California Adult Education Program, Technical Assistance Project.
Great. Speaking of flexibility, can you tell us a little bit about how that affected adult education?
Yeah, it was pretty dramatic back in, 2007, 2008, when we had the financial crisis and the state had to make some drastic changes. They flexed a bunch of programs, which included adult education. And at that point, we were over 700, I think at some point we were over $700 million a year just for K-12 adult education. And so when the word came down on flexibility, I'm trying to recollect, but I think about 60% of the adult schools got their funding cut. I think it was about a 60% drop. So
You're right,
a lot of schools were hurting. We were trying to bail out water, help people, but it was a pretty dire time, and that continued for a while. And I think there were additional cuts after the original cuts. I think they came in waves. There was the initial first cut in flexibility, and then there was another additional cut maybe a year or two in. So it was just one thing after another that, 3 or 4 year period where we were just reeling in adult education. But if you look at the history going back, 150 some odd years, I think it's probably over 160 now for adult education. It's funny, they've gone through, circumstances like this at certain times in that last 160 years or so, where the program had some cataclysmic changes, some drastic, funding changes, or even the 60s when the community college system came on board with non-credit and things like that. There are tremendous amount of upheavals if you've been an adult educator for a long time, you have seen a lot of these kind of upheavals in our system. Of flexibility was just one of those, major shifts in our program. But give adult ed credit, we're very resilient to survive a lot of these events in the history of adult education.
California Adult Education Program, Technical Assistance Project.